Hello, myself Dakshayani C, working as assistant professor, Government College for Women, Autonomous Mandya. Today I am going to discuss about electrochemistry for the course BSc, subject chemistry, paper physical chemistry. In this session contains electrochemical series and its significance, equilibrium constant and free energy changes, concentration cells and electrode concentration cells. Electrochemical series and its significance. Here I am going to already discussed in the previous session how that is in the galvanic cell, that is two of cells acts as a reduction potential and the oxidation potential, or how it will be acted as a cathode or an anode. So here by knowing the electrochemical series, that is very easily to identify which one is an anode, which one is a cathode here, and also whether the cell undergone a spontaneity or not. So these are all things. Then we will go for the when you knew about that will the significance of the electrochemical series. The electrodes are arranged in the increasing order of their standard reduction potential are called electrochemical series. As the standard electrode reduction potential, that is what we call inert reduction, it is there. If it is increases from negative to positive, electron gaining ability is increases, and as soon as the electron gaining ability increases, electron donating ability, that will be a decreases. If it is a negative one, if it is a standard reduction potential, it's a negative, it is a more negative, it is a more reactive metal. For example, if it is a metal, it is okay. If it is a non-metal, such as we know that is the fluoride, sulfide, and nitrate and OH for anions. Then oxidation ability, whenever that's a reduction potential, that will be a decreases. Oxidation ability of our anion, that will be a increases. When it will be increases, electron density ability is also increases. Electron density also increases. That's what happens with the electron, that's the oxidation is also increases, and reduction here decreases for the anion. So for example, in the case of take an halogen family here, so it is a chloride, a bromide and iodide, that what happens to that here anion, that oxidation ability, that will be a increases from chloride to iodine. So this is the significance of the electrochemical series. Usually that is important one. Just I am going to mention it. We can find which electrode is anode or a cathode by knowing the electrochemical series. If it is more negative, that is standard electrode potential, it acts as an anode. If it is a more positive one, that is if it is a electrode reduction potential, then which acts as a cathode. It means that electron accepting capability, that will be increases, therefore it acts as a cathode. Electron gaining, which is proportional to standard reduction potential of those respective electrodes. If it is a lithium anode, should be used to make cells. So you know that lithium ion battery and everything. So it should be used to make cells. But even though fluorine is very reactive, so compared to that lithium, that is a fluorine, it is very reactive. So it is not used as a cathode there. Okay. Then second one, the reactivity of the metals and non-metals. So if it is metals, if it is a more electropositive, will donate an electron. So and increasing the, as you know that as they decreasing the standard electrode reduction, what happens to that, decreases the electron donating ability, also decreases, therefore reactivity is also decreases. That's the metal. With respect to metals, as the reduction potential decreases, then what about that, reactivity is also decreases, because of electron donating ability is also decreases. For the non-metal, if it is electronegative, means it's accept an electron. Metals, here metals have three categories. See, from knowing the electrochemical series, we are going to divide in that based on the reactivity of those metals. Up to magnesium, metals are very reactive and strong electropositive characters. Therefore, it can react with water that will be in the liquid form. From aluminium to lead, those are all moderate reactive, less electropositive, and therefore these are all react with water vapors. And below hydrogen, those who are, that will be in the noble metals that will be present in that, those are no reactions, undergone no reactions with water. For example, I have given here nickel and copper with a nickel rod that will be dipped into copper sulfate here. When undergoing a displacement reactions, what we call as a metal displacer from its salt solution. If it is a more negative one, okay, next thing we go for that. Here, that is the nickel and copper that will be put in the copper sulfate. That's what happens to the, because of there will be a difference in the standard electrode potential between nickel and copper. Here, copper is a more reduction potential. Therefore, it will undergo, it will, that is a tendency to accept an electron that will be a more. Therefore, it acts as a cathode. And nickel is, it is less than the reduction potential of the copper, then it will undergo an oxidation. Third one, that's a displacement reactions. What do we get? If it is a more negative reduction potential, that's a metal replace below metals from its salts solutions. That will be one of the things that is you have to knew about this. Next, equilibrium constant and free energy changes. If a system is involving the reversible chemical changes, as you know from the previous session, how the galvanic cell acts as a reversible cell and what are the conditions of that one. For example, you take A moles of A, B moles of B, that will give rise to L moles of L and M moles of that, goes on that one. If it is in the state of equilibrium, it can be readily shown by means of apply of mass actions, where K is an equilibrium constant for the system under consideration. Then applying the mass actions, that is, you know that then it become, that is A of that is activity. You must, you know, that is arbitrary. A means here small a means that is a arbitrary concentrations, or in a arbitrary, that is activities of the particular product and the reactants also here. The transfer process is here, that is the transfer process that is of cell, that will be a definite change of free energy. Thus, if you know that will be if moles of A and B, moles of B, etc. Under such condition, the concentration is not appreciable but there will be an increase in the free energy at a constant temperature is given by, that's by using the Van 't Hoff reaction isothermia. Then delta G is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln K. You substitute those values, then it become a equations, a relationship like that. Then if it is, if the EMF of the volta itself, we know that delta G is equal to minus NFE. You know that is a E is equal to EMF of the cell, and NF is equal to number of that is the electrical energy that will be produced from the that particular chemical cell, that is what we call Daniell cells, and that then whatever the maximum work that can be determined by using, that will be in the form of free energy change. That's what delta G is equal to minus NFE. So if it is undergone a reversible and the state of, that is your cell become under reversible in nature, then that is according to, then you can utilize the another thermodynamic function, Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, which is derived from the second law of thermodynamics, which we are going to apply to reversible changes. It is there. So when you take on this Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, where delta H is the increasing of heat content of the cell reactions. So when you substitute those values for that, then you are going to get NF minus NFE is equal to delta H minus NF into del E by into P. Here, that is, we can, the EMF, if the EMF of the cell, it is a reversible one, that is E and its temperature coefficient, that is delta E by delta T at constant pressures are known. Once this one is also known, and that is E is also known, then it is possible to evaluate the heat change of the reaction occurring in the cell by using this relationship. Next we go for the what is the meaning of concentration and cell. So earlier we already discussed about the how electrical energy, that is you are going to arise. It means chemical energy converted into electrical energy. How electrical energy arises from the chemical reactions which takes place in the cell. That is all we knew about. There will be undergone a irreversible in nature or in a reversible in nature. So this is the concentration cell. It's another category of the cell in which transfer of the matter from one of cells to the other because of the difference in the concentration of the species involved in that. These are all called concentrations. You can see that very easily. These are the cell in that the chemical cell, that is, or the electrical energy that can be produced due to the difference in the concentration of the either of the electrode potential, or we call it as an either of cells. That is the we can call it as like that only. These are all what we called as a concentration cell. These concentration cells are two types. First one, that is the electrode concentration cell. Second one is electrolyte concentration cells. First we go for the discuss about, that is the electrode concentration cells. In these cells, that is the two like electrodes. Here I am going to take and that is a two hydrogen gas, I mean She. I have taken in that with a at a different concentration or dipped in the same solution. So you are going to take it is a different concentration here I am going to take it. In these cells, the driving force of current flow is the pressure difference. This is the driving. That's if we are going to get an applied voltage here. So applied voltage is not that. So instead of that, we are going to use it as a current flow is a pressure difference. For example, you know that it is the representation of the cell here. That is what I have constructed. So this is first one, if it is an electrode cell without transference, and then another one is with transference. This is the with transport and without transport. This one is the example for the with transport, because I kept the diaphragm here. So without transform means there is no diaphragm. Instead of that, there will be a you must put into a liquid junction potential. It is there. So that's why you look at that. There will be a double vertical line which represents I will know that there will be a different which is separations of from one of cells to another of cells. This is the one thing we already discussed in the previous slides. So yeah, that is I'm going to construct it. That's the both that is the she kept it in the that is they taken as it is an HCl, that's a H plus ions, so ionic solutions is there. So yeah, that is a whatever the hydrogen pressure, that will be, look at that H2, that is a P1 gas, and here P2 gas. It means that it will be a flow, current flow is, it is in a pressure difference. That will be a pressure difference is there. Then P1, that's 1 molar here, and P2, that's 1 molar. Then you apply an inverse relationship, then E cell is equal to E naught. You kept constant the E naught. Then 0. Minus 0.51 n into log of P2 by P1. Yeah, so oxidize over reduction here. If the P1 it is greater than P2, if it is P1 it is greater than P2, then it will be reversible. Instead of P2 by P1, we can write down that is a P1 by P2. And P1 is greater than P2, the EMF is positive. So once that is EM is positive, that whole process is the spontaneous in nature. It is a spontaneous reaction. Let's say same thing. Let's say another example, electrode concentration cell with transport. This is the with transport. Electrode concentration cells means that they like electrodes which concentrate liquid into their same solutions. One is a concentration difference, or it may be a pressure difference. That is the first one. Without transference, that is what I have discussed about, that without transport. And in the concentration cell, that's the same electrode concentration cell. I will keep the pressure constant, but with a different concentration. I am going to use it with this explanation of with transport one. So those two, that is the platinum or She, you kept it in that in the diaphragm is separated of that can by off cell potential separated by this diaphragm. So in that, that will be only ion can allow from one off cell, so another, but not the water. So look at that. If it is overall cell, you are going to calculate, that will be E cell will be ER minus EL. You know that left hand EMF of the right hand cell, the EMF of that is left. That's all. E cell overall, that is we already know that. That's a previous session. Therefore, which is equal to minus 0.0591. That is in log of C1 by C2. Here it is also. C2 less than C1, or C1 it is greater than C2. That's the same, that will be there. The EMF is positive. So when it is C1, that will be a greater than C2. The concentration of the C1 that will be in the off cell, that's the first one, that will be a greater than that of that is a C2. Then EMF that will be a positive. So that the whole process that will be in the spontaneous in nature. It means that EMF of that will be a positive one. That will be, you must know that. If it is a negative, it will be a non-spontaneous. If it is a positive, then it is in a spontaneous. If it is a positive, then it is a spontaneous reaction. These are the reference and sources for the make use of this preparing study materials and also this video. Thank you.